Hello. We'll be looking today at Math 3 Unit 5. This is an overview of the unit, just briefly. This unit is about rational functions, and many of the things that are covered in this unit are topics that are traditionally covered in the Algebra 2 course. Students will be simplifying rational functions, adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing. Graphing, that is something that we didn't do very often in a regular Algebra 2 course, using in real world situations. So there are several different word problem applications, and then solving rational equations. And so all of these things, with the exception of graphing, occur in a normal Algebra 2 unit. As we look at one of the possible objective sheets that's out there, your site will be revising these to fit the time that you have. And I just want to point out to you that this objective one is definitely not 1 day worth of work. Even in this book material, you have way too many problems probably for just 1 day. Now, if you're doing them as notes and you get halfway through as notes, the second half might be reasonable homework. You would need to look carefully at that. What is done here is we've taken out problems that you should not cover. That doesn't mean that you need to do every single one of those other problems. So your PLC should be looking carefully at that. Worksheet 1 looks short, 1 through 6, but when you look at Worksheet 1, you'll find that there are a total of 26 questions to answer here. So that's a whole second day that would be spent there. Now, if you are trying to combine things, get something done today, simplifying the rational expressions is one of the things that would be easier to do in 1 day than some of the others. And this number 6, most of the students found as a really fun problem. You might, if you were trying to put it as a warm-up on day 2, or at the end of a block period to work together, and have groups come up with together which was the bigger. I think the question is, for each of the following pairs, state which of the expressions has a larger value. So there's a large city population is P, the small city's population is Q, so they know P is bigger than Q, and so then they're supposed to try to decide of these two things which one is larger in value, P over Q or Q over P. Nice question. And so the students in general kind of enjoy figuring that out. Maybe not by themselves after 3 hours of homework if you've given the entire thing. So try not to waste those problems, but to use those at a time where the students might actually be willing to try them, because they're very enjoyable, thought-provoking set of problems. So the reason I'm just showing you this is to let you realize that there is much too much work for any 1 day on these. You may be able to do 2 days a section if you had all kinds of time, but if not, then you know from your Algebra 2 experience that adding and subtracting rational expressions is a place where they have difficult time. You'll probably feel more comfortable spending 2 days on graphing rational functions, although if you narrow that down, you might be able to do that in 1 day. The students feel better about graphing than our former Algebra 2 students have, because we spent so much time on it, and it's just more shifting with and finding domain and range and things like that. Word problems might be nice to have more time on. The solving ones have not been overwhelmingly complex, but because it's different, solving versus simplifying, you might like 2 days on. So I'll let that be something you and your PLC work out as you are looking at your calendar. But just wanted to give you a heads up that this is not expected to all be accomplished in 1 day. All right, thank you so much, and good luck.